Hello again and welcome back to the shop. This is a quick follow-up to the noodle cutter video that I released this past weekend. Now I have to be honest and let you know that prior to doing this video, I had no idea as to what a noodle cutter was or even that such a thing existed. And judging from many of the comments I received, a lot of you were in the same boat. So that made this project extra fun. Let's get right into the comments. Bob Cottingham saw how I was soaking the noodle cutter in a glass pan of mineral oil and made a great suggestion. He said he uses Ziploc bags. They come in all different sizes. You basically use a size appropriate bag, drop the item into it, put your mineral oil in there, squeeze all of the air out of the bag, lock it, and it is going to, you don't have to worry about rotating it, or you don't have to worry about any type of a mess. If you bump it, it's not going to spill. It's all self-contained in the bag. And that will let you truly soak the entire project with great ease. So I really like that idea. Cliff Hartle had a two-part question. Part one, he wanted to know if I was given any specs as to the distance between the cutters so that I would know what thickness to make the noodle. And part two was, what type of noodle is my friend's mother looking to make? To answer your question, I was not given any specs for this noodle cutter. My friend's mother posted a photo that looked very similar to the cutter that I made on Facebook and said, I really wish I could find one of these. I was sent that photo and that's what I used as a reference to build this noodle cutter. However, it was just a photo of it sitting on a counter. There was nothing there for reference, so I kind of had to guess as to the spacing between the cutters. But I do know that part two of your question, what type of noodles does she want to make? She's known for her homemade chicken noodle soup. So that let me know that I needed to keep the spacing between the cutters right around 1/4 of an inch. That's all that I have in regard to questions and suggestions. I would like to talk about a couple of upcoming projects. Mother's Day is this weekend, and I am working on this little bear. It's an intarsia. This project will be coming out soon. I'm making a video and I'll show that. It'll be the post Mother's Day gift. A second project that just sort of fell into my lap this week but needs to happen relatively soon is I went up to Purdue University this past weekend to visit my son, and he's preparing to graduate. He'll be moving to Dallas, Texas, and he asked me about a poster that I have had probably since almost high school. He wants to hang it in his apartment. Now, this is the poster, and many of you will recognize this. It's an album cover called Heartbeat City by the Cars, and the problem is the old frame was not very well built and it broke. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building a new frame for this, and I bought some really nice hangers to be able to hang it, and we're going to get this all reframed up and ready to go for my son to hang on the wall of his apartment. So I'm looking forward to that. I've been wanting to reframe it for a while. I had nowhere to hang it, so it wasn't anything that made it real high on the to-do list. But this weekend he's like, how about, can I take that poster, down to Texas with me? So I've only got a couple of weeks, so I got to get on it now. So be looking for this one. Last project I want to talk about is going to be a relatively large project for me. Let me adjust the camera just a little bit. You can see the back of my shop. Above that door, I have 5 feet up to the ceiling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a loft. It's going to be 6 foot deep, and the garage is 11 foot 6 inches across, so it will span the entire distance of the garage, and I'll be able to store wood up there. I'm going to be able to put my dust collection system up there, my compressor up there, and some other tools that aren't used very often. And what it's going to do is it's going to get those tools off my floor, free up space in the shop for me to have a little more room to work. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let me show you the plans. I'm kind of old school. I don't use SketchUp or any of the electronic programs for designing. I like to use graph paper. And this is a surface view of my deck. And basically these are just the joists that are going to run from front to back. This is the back wall of the garage. Front wall, 6 foot deep, 11 foot 6 inches wide. These are my joists on 16-inch centers, and then I'll deck it with the 5/4 6-inch by 12-foot boards. I'll cut them down to size, and I'll deck it just like a regular deck. I'm going to treat it just like a deck. One nice feature is, since it's indoors, I don't have to use treated lumber, which will save me some money. I've already gone and priced this out. I know how many bolts I'm going to need, how many washers, nuts, how much wood, how many angle brackets, everything I've got listed up here on the top, and my writing is kind of scribbly. But I went to the hardware store the other day and I priced it all out, and it looks like my deck is going to cost me somewhere between $250 and $275, depending on which types of wood I use, treated or untreated. And that's going to really depend on what's available, because some bins were empty, some bins were full. It's kind of a crapshoot. Now, this price, the $250 to $275, represented an 8% discount because the wood was on sale. But this hardware store routinely runs once a month an 11% cash back sale. So I'm going to let this set until they run their 11% cash back, and then I'll go ahead and purchase all my lumber and get started on that. And I will film it and keep you guys up to date on everything that's going on. I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to make a huge difference in my shop. I want to let you guys know that I will most likely not have a project this weekend. I have not been in the shop at all this week. We've had track meets with the kids. We've had a lot of other responsibilities going on, so I haven't had any shop time this week. And I know that this coming weekend is Mother's Day, so I want to do some things with my mother, and I want to honor my wife and our children. We're going to do some things for my wife to honor her for Mother's Day, so I'm really happy about that. And next weekend, my son graduates from Purdue. Depending on what happens during the week next week, I may have a video next weekend, but family is sort of taking a little bit of precedence over the videos. I apologize to you guys who like to see a regular video, but I think and I hope that you all will understand. I've got one last thing, and then I'll let you guys go. My wife just pulled up, and on her way home, she swung by the post office, and I have a package here from a friend of mine, Eddie Daniel. So let me cut it open here, and a couple of blanks in here. Okay, no note or anything, but these are really cool. They're both pieces of wood inside of plastic, and I'm assuming it's aluminite. This one's really neat. It's already round, and I can see the wood in there. I'm not sure what type of wood it is, and I'm not sure what the plastic material is, but it's gorgeous. Here is some wood, and it's encased in what looks like a translucent blue aluminite, and this will easily make 2 blanks. So Eddie, I want to say thank you for these. I need to find some pin kits here in the shop to make these with, the perfect kit, and we'll have some fun making some pins. Thank you, buddy. I definitely appreciate it. I would like to thank everyone for joining me in the shop today for this little follow-up video, and I would really like to say thank you for all of your support on YouTube. You guys make this fun, and I really enjoy putting the videos together and sharing them with you. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon. You all have a great evening now.